Where are we going to start with?
All right, we've got our Emmy picks, and we don't agree on everything, but, I think we did a good job picking, and we'll find out later how close we were to right. My first pick would be for Outstanding Drama, and I'm going to go with Game of Thrones because I love Game of Thrones, but I'm almost sure it's probably going to be Downton Abbey.
Now, see, I said it was a toss-up between those two, actually. And plus, not to mention, now that Downton Abbey is off the air, they might want to give them a little farewell present, so...
Exactly.
So, what is next?
We have Outstanding Comedy.
Oh, yeah.
And my pick for that was The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I love that show.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's amazing.
But my pick for that category is Blackish. Have you ever watched it?
No, that's what I've never seen.
Girl, you better watch Blackish. You're going to be like, what? I didn't know this was that good. Yes, that's what you're going to do.
I didn't even know it existed. So.
Hey, it's the business. Where have you been? Under a rock?
Watching 5 episodes of Mr. Robot is what I've been doing.
Well.
On top of the 26 episodes of Flash and Green Arrow that I watched last week.
Oh, gosh.
In 2 days. 2 days. And then the next one we had was leading actor in a drama. Mm-hmm. And I went with Rami Malek from Mr. Robot. I think he is doing an amazing job on that. I mean, his character is so convoluted and dark and yet hopeful and confused and he does it in this very deadpan way that still manages to convey, his feelings and his emotions and stuff. And I really think he deserves it.
I agree. I also chose him.
We're in agreement on that one.
Yep.
Awesome. So we're going to, obviously, we will win this category.
We should, yes. I think so.
Lead actress in a drama. It's Taliana Malinci from Orphan Black is my pick.
Yeah, she did a good job. And I do love her, and I love Orphan Black, but I did not pick her.
Okay.
I picked Claire Danes from Homeland. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen Homeland, but that show is so good. And she plays such a good, crazy person.
Lead actor in a comedy. Okay, I'm going to mispronounce his name, and I always do. Aziz Arnaz from Master of None.
Mm-hmm. So I did pick Anthony Anderson from Blackish. Surprise, surprise.
Yes. Leading actress in a comedy. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Ellie Kemper.
And I picked another Blackish actor, a Tracy Ellis Ross.
For variety talk show series. But you don't watch them, so you didn't have her. But my pick was last week tonight with John Oliver.
Okay.
And that show has just been spot on amazing. Did you have any other categories that I didn't pick anything for?
I did. I picked one for Outstanding Limited Series. Okay. And that was American Crime.
So those are our Emmy picks.
Yeah. So should we do news and gossip next, or should we start talking about an episode?
Oh, why don't we do some news and gossip?
I found an article that says that Pacific Rim 2, if you remember that, they had those big robots that they were, I thought that was the coolest thing. Like anything with robots. So I guess basically they're gearing up for filming. Well, apparently most of the original cast isn't coming back for the sequel.
It's fun to watch. I mean, it wasn't big on storyline. I mean, it's basically let's get these robot suits and, go stomp things in the ocean.
Yeah, it's totally like mindless fun. No one's winning any, big awards for it.
They no way and let the plot interfere with the ass kicking.
Another movie, now this is like a throwback, it's a 30th anniversary, I guess they did a documentary on the 30th anniversary Blu-ray release of Transformers the movie. As a 7-year-old, I remember with my popcorn in my lap, bawling because Optimus Prime died. But we'll see if I cry when I rewatch this in 4K. I don't know. Probably not. Hopefully not.
Well, if you do, someone needs to take some video and share it with me. Just so I can watch you crying into your popcorn.
Oh, no.
I might put that on my recap.
Some movies can make me tear up, or, you get the little thickness in your throat where you feel like you're going to cry. But it takes a lot for the tear to actually drop nowadays.
The Notebook.
Notebook. Oh. I did. The tear dropped on that one.
I want someone to be like that for me when I'm old.
Look, girl, look. And then I asked my husband, I said, would you do that if I ever couldn't remember you? He's like, no. I'm like, dang! Oh.
My daughter once asked me, we're watching The Walking Dead. She's like, Mom, if I was turned into a zombie, would you kill me? I'm like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. Real fast.
Never going to get Mommy of the Year.
Hey, that's overrated.
And pay it forward. It was on TV one day, and I'm watching it, and I got the tears coming down my eyes. It's at the end, and I get this phone call, and I pick it up. I'm like, what? And it's my friend. She goes, are you watching it too?
Oh.
And I'm like, yes, I'm crying too. I think we should talk about Blindspot, because apparently on every episode in this season, the title of the episode is some kind of a clue that if we follow the clues on it, will lead us further into the mystery of that is Blindspot. Mm-hmm. So this week's episode's name was In Night So Ransomed Rogue, and what that means at this point I don't know, because it's the very first one, but if you guys are watching this, you might want to start kind of keeping track of the title names, because it apparently is going to be important later on down the series. I was mesmerized, I guess. I'm watching it, you're feeling bad for her, you're kind of feeling bad for everybody, even kind of the bad guy. I don't know what the ultimate plan is, but I when there was that little reunion scene, and they started kind of talking about her history and how she was saved and her brother was saved, and you start to get a little bit of empathy for them. Not a lot, but I think they're laying the groundwork for us to kind of get their point of view, because last year we didn't really see that. But I think this year this season they're really gonna try and push more, that you can see the opposite side of the coin.
Yeah, I think it was a good show. I feel like positive. I think it kicked off in the right way, and
it was very fast paced. It was very quick. I didn't really find any draggy spots, and they pretty much summed up, last season, and gave us some real kind of concise, here's where we're going, ta-da, and sprung off it from there. And I think they did a good job of that.
Absolutely, they did. So definitely, I'm excited for the next episode. So let's talk about the next show, and that would be American Horror Story, Season 6, Episode 1.
I watched just for you, baby. Just
Yay! For you. And you liked it, didn't you?
It was okay.
It was okay.
I'll watch it again. I don't have any issues watching it again.
Really liked when it first came on. At first, I'm like, what exactly is happening? And it was like, it took me a moment to realize, I said, wait a minute, they're faking like one of those, a reenactment. So how they have, so I'm like, so you have one set of actors playing the real people talking to the camera, and then a different set of actors playing them in the reenactment. And I really, for some reason, I just thought it was genius. I'm like, they've never done anything like it.
All right, next show.
Yeah.
That I power watched today.
Yay!
Mr. Robot, which I love. I absolutely love this show. It tickles me, because the good guy and the bad guy are the same person on the show. And and he's the one that's plotted and planned all this, and he's also the most clueless person of everybody. Yeah,
he is.
So that he is his own protagonist in this. I think it is not the Red Army that is in charge. It was never, obviously, F Society. I think it's Elliot, and everyone is taking directions. And I think as Mr. Robot, or maybe as a third person that we are unaware of at this point, they are calling the shots.
That's what I think.
Like, I think that's what's going on. The entire show, and I know they do this intentionally, you can't trust anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're doing it very deliberately, because as a schizophrenic, someone who is seeing things and hearing voices, and that's their reality. There is nothing they can depend on. Are they really standing in that room? Are they really talking to this person? And I think they are doing an excellent job of sharing that with the audience in a very realistic way.
I think they're trying to make the audience feel a little crazy too. Like, what is it? It's frustrating.
As a schizophrenic, as they're talking to somebody, are you real? And now we're screaming at the TV, are you real?
Yeah.
Are you real? The end of last season, the finale was awesome. I thought it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And this show hasn't disappointed at all this season.
Yeah.
At all. So
I agree. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what we are going to be talking about next week. Yes. Yes, next week.
Favorite show coming on.
Yes, what's your favorite show? What is it?
Lucifer.
Now, Lucifer, I am watching for you.
Thank you, sweetie.
Yes,
wonderful.
Only for you, because I did not really watch it before, but I'm about to do it.
Okay. Yay.
You might turn me. I might really start liking it.
I think you're gonna like it. I really do. It's so much fun.
And also, This Is Us premiere, so that should be interesting.
Yeah, the commercials and the trailer for it looked really. It's all about several different couples, all I believe with the same birthday, experiencing the different parts of life and stuff together, and how we're all interconnected. So I think it looks like it. If they do it right, I think it could be a very amazing show.
I hope so. I haven't had a lot of wins on NBC in recent time, but we'll see.
Cross our fingers.
Yeah. And so those are pretty much the two new things. Of course, we'll have new Blindspot, new American Horror Story, and the finale of Mr. Robot. And if anything else comes on that we figure out before then, maybe that. But that's a lot right there. So
it really is.
All right. So I think, is there anything else for us to go over before we call it a night?
I think we're pretty much done for this week, and I'm going to go drink. How about you?
I'm going to drink too. I think this is a great way to end every single episode. I need a drink. What are you drinking?
Disaronno tonight.
Ooh. It's really tasty.
It is. It is amazing. Okay, and I teased you last week about drinking vodka on the rocks, but here I sit. But it's got that really nice, smooth amaretto.
It is good. 6 months ago or so, I was desperate. I wanted some alcohol. I didn't have any wine. And I'm like looking through the liquor cabinet thing. I'm like, what could I drink that doesn't taste bad? And amaretto said, here I am. And I'm like, I smelled it. I'm like, it smells really good. And it's delicious.
Amazing stuff. I love amaretto. And it's right up there. So Disaronno and I are going to have a lovely evening tonight.
Fabulous.
What about you?
I'm actually drinking blood orange vodka. It's like Sky vodka infusion.
Really?
Yes, on ice. Again, look, I'm saving those calories, boy. Okay, I'm cutting them calories down. Vodka on ice, but it tastes like orange. Like the blood orange. It's really good. One of these days, we should get the same alcohol, make the same drink,
and then have the show. And
the same drink. So we can,
and the TV drinking show.
Yes.
We could do instead of drunk history, we could do TV drunks.
Oh my God. We could do a couple, but honestly, if we start drinking at the beginning of the episode, by the end of the episode,
so
we'll all be
really like this. It's amazing. Oh my God. Okay, no.
That's exactly what might happen. Totally. I accept that.
Or we could just throw caution to the wind and go to New Orleans.
Oh, that's a good idea too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're going to get drunk and do a drunk show, I am telling you that is the city to do it in.